Okay, so to start off with, I went ahead and put my hair up, and I'm going to use a really lightweight base because this is supposed to be a summery look, and when it's warm, you don't want a whole lot. If you have good skin and you don't need a lot of coverage, don't bother with it. So I'm going to use a tinted moisturizer by Laura Mercier. It's the oil-free one, SPF 20. Love this stuff. This stuff is so amazing. Now this is more highly pigmented than any other tinted moisturizer I've tried. So for me, I like to thin it out in the summertime. I mix it with my moisturizer. And my moisturizer, I use Exuviance Multi-Protective Day Cream SPF 15. Looks like that. And I just mix it around in my hand. And then this goes all over my face and blend it down my neck. Okay, so that's nice and worked in. And this is actually a nice time-saving step that I like to do because here you're getting your foundation coverage and your SPF and your tinted moisturizer all in one. This is going to go ahead and cover any dark circles, any blemishes that I have. I have here, this is an awesome concealer. This is MAC Select Moisture Cover in NW20. And it looks like that, little tiny thing. This stuff is amazing for under eye circles, especially if you have crepey or dry skin under your eyes. It does not sit in the lines. And it actually kind of dries. It actually dries to a nice satin finish. A lot of creamy concealers that, you know, that are marketed for under eye circles and things like that, they don't do well under the eyes if you have any crepiness under there. A little bit more on this side. I got my eye torn up by a very savage kitten. And so it's very sort of black and blue there. Okay, so that's my face done. Next step, I am going to put a tiny bit of pressed powder on. Not pressed powder, but this is a sample that I received. I love samples, especially ones that say $25 value on it, right? This is Raw Natural Minerals. This is a little sample that I got in the mail. And this is their Active Veil Sunscreen SPF 18. And this is, because it's the Veil, Active Veil or whatever, I don't think it really has a color. It's just sort of a sheer, translucent powder. And I'm going to put that on under my eyes with my Sigma F05 small contour brush. This is the dupe for the MAC 109. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. And then I'm just going to dust. I'm only going to do my T-zone because it's in spring and summertime when it's hot. You really want to put, you know, the less stuff you put on the face, the better off you're going to be. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put primer on. And I always use Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the old tube, or the old little genie bottle, which I love, which they discontinued. This stuff is awesome. You put this on and your makeup will not go anywhere. I'm just going to blend this in with my fingertip. And I'm going to blend this clear up onto my brows because when I do that, my eyebrow powder stays all day and it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't smudge. And put a tiny bit under here. Okay, so next we're going to use MAC Paint Pot in Indian Put this on. Let's see. I'm going to use a Sigma E60 large shader brush. I believe this is a synthetic brush, or it's like part synthetic and part natural. So get a little bit. How about that? We're going to do this all over the lid, down to the lash line, and up into the crease. And I'm just going to sort of, I'm going to blend it with the other side of the brush. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Blend it with the other side of the brush because that'll work for what I want. Yeah, I think that's about the shape I want. Okay, let's see. I'm going to build this up a little more, and this is, I'm really just painting the shape. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use from the MAC Hey Sailor collection. I picked this up the other day. I'm going to use the sort of the least noticeable eyeshadow in the collection, and it's called Jaunty, and it's a frost. This is what the packaging looks like. It's really cute. And here is what the color looks like. It's sort of a creamy, beigey. I am going to pack that all over the lid with my MAC 239. And this is just going to kind of lighten up the lid. And I'm going to pack that even in here in this inner corner. And that is just so pretty. So I'm blending this on the lid from the inner corner. I'm blending it up over the paint pot that I've applied. And I'm blending it about about 2/3 of the way across the lid. And then about halfway across over the hooded area. Next, I'm gonna darken up the outer corner a little bit. Just ever so slightly with my MAC 217 brush. And I think I'm going to use, what do I want to use for this one? I think I'm going to use ground brown. It's very, very dark, and it's this one right here, ground brown. It's very dark, so I'm just going to use a tiny bit, which maybe I should use a different brush. You know what? I am going to use, okay, I'm going to use my MAC 217 blending brush to apply it, and I'm going to use a 224, MAC 224 to blend it out. And first I'm going to blend out this with my 224, just to blend this into the, not on the lid so much, but just up here and on the brow bone. Not the brow bone, the crease. Yeah, the crease, right there. Blend it. Just so it's softer so I can see my Indian wood paint pot peeking through. Okay, so here is a tiny bit of ground brown. And when I mean a tiny bit, this stuff is so pigmented. I'm going like this. Tap, 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 tap. So there's that much on my brush, which is not a lot. And I'm gonna put this in the outer corner just to darken it up. Ooh, see how dark that is? Just to darken that up. And that's just to give some definition. And also I need to paint that hood just a little bit. Just a tad, just barely bringing it up. So I'm going here on the outer corner, just bringing that up. It helps if you're going to contour your hooded eyes if you just look at a mirror in a distance and with your eyes totally open, contour that area. Now do the other side. Very softly. So you should have something like this. I'll get closer so you can see. And now blending. I just want to blend. I don't want to blend what's on the outer corner because I don't want to take it all off, but I just want to softly blend what's on the hooded area because I kind of want to soften that because I still want to be able to see my Indian wood paint pot peeking through because it's so pretty and coppery. I'm going to use MAC Brulee, which is this color right here. This is a really, 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 really awesome highlight color. It's matte, lovely matte finish. It just blends everything together seamlessly. You don't need to use a lot of it, and it's just wonderful. I'm going to use my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Baked. And this is going to go all the way across the lower lash line. And then I'm just gonna blend that in with my Sigma Short Shader E20. Okay, next we're gonna do eyebrows. And right now I do that I use an eyebrow powder because it gives the most natural look. And I use, my favorite eyebrow brush is Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush. It has slanted brush on one side and a spoolie on the other. And right now I am loving MAC Charcoal Brown. It's a really nice, not too warm a shade. It's a believable color. So I start by brushing through my brows. And we just fill them in. I just lightly brush through them. Okay, so eyebrows are done. Eyes are done. Oh no, eyes are not done. I have to use mascara. Mascara, mascara. My favorite mascara of the moment is Fresh Supernova mascara. I found this at Sephora. They also sell it at the Fresh store. There's hardly any Fresh stores. I have one close by me in the Costa Mesa Mall, but they're few and far between. But you can get this at Sephora. To finish up the look, I'm going to go ahead and do bronzer and blush. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Cargo Mini Bronzer in medium. Looks like this. This is a great option if you don't use up the big monster bronzers very quickly if you have fair skin like me. This little tiny thing was only $10 at Sephora. And this one I like to do just a little bit along my temples and contour a tiny bit under my cheeks. And then around my jawline, mainly around my jawline, and then blend it very carefully so it doesn't look like you have a big brown streak there. And then on this side, a little bit here, and under cheekbones, a little on the forehead, and then down the jaw. And then I like to apply my bronzer, and I like to blend it down on the neck, because I don't know, my neck tends to just be pale all the time. So I like to warm it up. For my cheeks, I'm going to use my new favorite blush. I finally, after years and years, bought Nars Orgasm Blush. And I got, it was so highly recommended, I got the one that has the the Orgasm Blush and the Laguna Bronzer. The Laguna Bronzer is not quite the right shade on me. It comes out, it's a little too brown, and it's like a funky color brown on me. I think it works better on olive tone skin, but see, here's this one. It's kind of brownish. This one's more golden. And this looks much better. The Cargo looks much better on me. So here I have, you know, a whole thing of bronzer that I cannot use. For that, I'm going to use my MAC 129 blush brush. Just blend that on the cheeks and the apples. So I just put this all over the apples of my cheeks and then blend it. I blend it down into the bronzer. And back into the cheekbone. Alrighty, and to finish off the look, for my lips, I'm going to use a second item from the Hey Sailor collection. This is MAC Sun Tint. The MAC Sun Tint, it looks like, there, glare. There, MAC Sun Tint. And this color, this is the prettiest color. This is Eau Rosé. These are SPF 20, perfect for summer. They have the nice little slant tip applicator. You just put it on like lip balm. And this is actually marketed as a liquid lip balm. And if you put that on, look at how pretty that is. And there is golden fleck in it. So pretty. So I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to put this on. And that's it. So I'm going to take my hair down. And there we go. This is my beachy, sort of less is more makeup, very little foundation, just a little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer, sort of a nude, just a moist lip, and then bronze summer inspired eyes with lots of mascara. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope this was helpful and informative, and you guys enjoy your summer. Bye.